Hello! Coming back to Counter-Strike over the last year, I've seen something massive. Skins have become sovereign digital commodities. They have history, they have lore, and most importantly, they have player-driven economy backing them up. Today we are looking at a weapon that perfectly bridges the gap between ancient mythology and modern financial engineering. The AUG Flame Jörmungandr. Why is this purple tier AUG, a weapon usually tossed aside for the M4, worth hundreds of dollars? To understand that, we have to talk about Norse mythology. The CS2 engine glow up and trade up contract. Let's get into it. To understand the value of Flame Jörmungandr, you have to understand where it came from. In Counter-Strike, we have a couple of main ways for skins to enter the game. Cases, terminals, weekly drops, and we had operations. There are loads of cases still in circulation. As long as the case exists and people are buying the keys, the skins inside will continue to be unboxed. But collection-based items are completely different. In November 2019, Valve dropped Operation Shattered Web. With it came Norse Collection. The catch? You could only get these skins through limited time operation drops. Once the operation ended, the supply was turned off forever. There is no active way in CS2 to generate new Norse Collection drops, and that brings us to the design itself. The collection leans heavily into Scandinavian legend. The AUG Flame Jörmungandr is named after the World Serpent, a mythological creature so massive it encircles the earth and bites its own tail. You can see this reflected in the skin's design. These intertwining wavy red and yellow lines wrapping around the gun's geometry is infinite loop. It's aggressive, tactical canvas, and thanks to Counter-Strike 2 it looks better than ever. When we made the jump to the CS2 engine, certain skins got a massive upgrade, and the Flame Jörmungandr was one of the biggest winners. This skin uses what is called anodized multicolored finish. In the old engine it looked cool, but sometimes a bit flat. But CS2 introduced physically based rendering, or PBR. Now that translucent candy coat paint job sits over a chrome-like base. When you walk out of the tunnels into the sunlight, on Dust 2 for example, the metallic luster actively catches the light, it shimmers. Now let's talk about float values. For Flame Jörmungandr it's capped, it only goes from 0.0 to 0.5. Because of this specific finish, as the float gets higher the gun doesn't just get scratched up, it undergoes a darkening effect. The bright fiery oranges mutate into deep burnt copper and charcoal brown. It looks completely battle hardened, fitting perfectly with the whole Ragnarok end of the world theme. But visual appeal and rarity are only half the story. The real reason this AUG holds its value is much more straightforward. It's all about the trade-ups. In CS2 trading, if you look at the Norse Collection, the absolute holy grail at the top is the Gungnir, a covert sniper rifle that can easily cost you $15,000, but you can't unbox it anymore. So how does the new Gungnir get into the game? Of course through the trade-up contracts. You have to destroy 10 classified skins, specifically the Negav Mjolnir. And how do you get Negav Mjolnir? By destroying 10 restricted skins in Norse Collection. And one of these is the AUG Flame Jörmungandr. Every single day copies of this beautiful skin are permanently deleted from the game. Traders don't just guess either. The game uses a strict formula to determine the outcome of a trade-up. To maximize profit, traders will take one low float AUG Flame Jörmungandr and mix it with 9 cheap filler skins from other collections. This keeps the cost down but gives them a 10% chance to hit the Norse jackpot. This creates a rock-solid price floor. The AUG value isn't just about whether people want to play with it. It's tied directly to the multi-$1,000 AWP sitting at the top of the food chain. As long as people are chasing the Gungnir, Jörmungandr will be sacrificed, making it rarer every single day. So, where does that leave the Flame Jörmungandr in the grand scheme of CS? If you're a high-tier collector looking at AUG, you usually have two paths. On one hand, you have the cultural icon, AUG Akihabara Accept, from the 2015 Rising Sun collection. It's a massive flex, dipping in anime culture, and factory new one will run you around $4,000. But on the other hand, you have the Flame Jörmungandr. When pro players use the skin in a major tournament and looks like the AUGs are coming back, it isn't just a style choice. It's a nod to the underlying economy of the game. If you are looking to curate your own inventory, here's my advice. If you're buying into the Norse Collection, pay attention to the float. Aim for the factory new one if you want liquid value, or hunt down those specific high gold pattern seeds if you want something truly unique. Just remember the golden rule of CS2 investing. Valve holds the keys. If they ever decided to re-release the Norse Collection in a future update, the market would flip upside down. But given their history, they prefer to protect the legacy of these limited edition items. Skins like Flame Jörmungandr are what makes the Counter-Strike economy so fascinating to me. It's a closed-loop system, like mythological serpent eating its own tail. As the time goes on, more of these AUGs will be burned in the pursuit of Gungnir. They will slowly vanish from the casual matchmaking, retreating into the locked inventories of high-tier collectors. They are artifacts of discontinued era. And whether you're holding one as an investment, using it as straight-up fodder, or just clicking heads on the CT side, you're holding a piece of Counter-Strike history. So what do you guys think? Is the Flame Jörmungandr the best AUG skin in the game, or does the Akibara accept still hold the crown? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this talk, drop a like, hit subscribe, and let me know which skin you want me to cover next. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.